The Rossi Tuffy 410 single shot shotgun. Is it any good? And if it is any good, what's it good for? Stick around, we're going to work on answering those questions and maybe some more. Alright, so can a $175 shotgun, single shot of course, be any good? Well, first of all, I don't expect to pay $175 for this. You can find these pretty much for $140, give or take. If you find them on an online auction, you have to pay shipping and handling, of course, to your FFL. But you're talking basically a sub $150 shotgun. It is an 18.5-inch barrel, single shot as I mentioned, break open shotgun, and polymer stock with a very short length of pull on it. Length of pull on this is about 11.5 inches, so about 2 inches shorter than what would be a standard size shotgun or standard size rifle for that matter. Let's see, modified choke. And it's a built-in modified, and there is no change in this one. There's no screw-in, screw-out chokes or anything. Brass bead on the front sight. In fact, that is the front sight. That's all there is to it. Just your typical shotgun. Exposed hammer, and you do have to pull the hammer back manually. And it has a safety on it. When it's flipped in the safe position, you can pull the trigger and it won't fire, because the transfer bar doesn't allow the safety doesn't allow the transfer bar to hit the firing pin. The safety in the fire position will then, of course, allow the hammer to hit the transfer bar, which then hits the firing pin. And the trigger pull on this, though, is about just over 4 pounds. It's actually not a real bad trigger pull. What more can I say about this little shotgun? You'll see there's a built-in shell holders, both sides, so you can hold 4 shells on each side. And this gun will, by the way, shoot 3-inch shells. It's a lot of 410 handguns, they will only hold 2.5-inch shells. A lot of the Taurus judges will hold 2.5, some will hold 3, so you got to watch what you're getting on those. But this is, again, 3-inch modified choke, 18.5-inch barrel. This gun weighs less than 3 pounds. Interesting little gun. We're going to try a variety of ammunition out of it. We're going to start with just some number 8 shot. The owner's manual, pretty sketchy, but the owner's manual says with bead-sighted fixed choke guns, don't shoot slugs. Well, I've shot slugs out of modified chokes before, and we may try that today. So, Rossi Tuffy shotgun. We're going to try a couple of shots at 15 yards and see just how it does. Stick around. We're going to start with some 2.5-inch Browning number 8 shot out of this 410 shotgun. We'll put 2 shots through on white paper at 15 yards just to see what this gun does. Now, I have not fired this gun. When I took it out of the box, this barrel and breech were really, really dirty. So if somebody test fired this at the factory, they'd either use some terribly dirty ammunition or they fired it a lot and, of course, didn't bother to clean it. I did clean it before putting any more ammo through it, so we're going to see how it runs. And apparently it does eject the shells rather than just extract them. Ejected that a long way. Let's go check. This is Winchester Western number 4 shot, 2.5-inch again. We'll put 2 shots on the same target we put the number 8 on and see if we can tell the difference. We're going to try some Federal Premium Triple Aught Buck. There are 4 pellets in this 2.5-inch shell. It's labeled as handgun ammunition, and it's also not cheap. This is about 18 bucks for a box of 20. So we're going to put 2 shots through it again on the same target. We should be able to tell the difference with 4 Triple Aught Buck pellets. And we'll do 2 shots. So there should be 8 holes on the target when we get done. Right, Federal handgun ammunition, Triple Aught Buck. Let's just see what it'll do. A little more kick to it. Still shooting a little low though. Alright, those you can see. We get a little better. And All right, we're going to try some Winchester Defender ammunition. 3 plated defense discs, projectiles, and 12 BBs. This is 2.5 inch. Supposedly doing 750 feet per second. Again, these are designed for handguns. Let's see how they work out of this Rossi Tuffy. Yeah, before we do that though, let's put a couple more rounds of that triple aught on this target. This is a used target. Disregard the holes at the bottom. That wasn't from this shotgun, but those targets aren't cheap, so I'm going to recycle this one. 2 more rounds of the triple aught, and then we'll go to the Defenders. I'm going to try to aim a little higher this time. All right, that's the triple aughts. Let's try a Defender and see what happens. A little more oomph to it. It does eject the shells quite a ways. All right, one more of the 2.5 inch Defender rounds. I think you can see what those do. Boy, I'm gonna have to chase those shells. All right, there's the double aughts, or triple aughts actually, as well as, you can see some went off to the left there, as well as the Defender out of the 2.5 inch. I put up a new target, and we're gonna shoot the Defender 3 inch, since this gun will shoot 3 inch. These are 4 plated defense disc projectiles and 16 plated BBs, again going 750 feet per second. Let's give it a try. All right, we're gonna shoot just above center mass there and see what happens. That's got some kick to it. Let's try one more. Definitely got some oomph to it. So far, this Rossi Tuffy is an interesting little gun. Polymer stock, sling, swivels on it, front and rear. Again, less than 3 pounds, 4-pound trigger, roughly just a hair over. Manual safety, transfer bar ignition, exposed hammer, storage for 8 shells in the buttstock. Does have a padded recoil pad on it, and got some oomph to it out of those shells. Now, the manual says no slugs, modified barrel. Again, I've shot slugs out of a modified barrel, but before we do that, I'm going to actually mic the inside and outside diameters of the muzzle of this, and just see if after firing some of these Brennecke's, I think that's how you pronounce it, close encounter 410 2.5 inch slugs, and we'll do them on the same target, and we should be able to tell the difference. But we're going to try at least one of these and see how it works out of this Rossi Tuffy. All right, let's see if we can find a way to catch this on camera. This will be upside down, but let's just take a look at what our inside diameter is, and come out with 0.399 inside diameter. Outside diameter is 0.547. Let's see how that 0.399 and 0.547 compares after we put at least one of the Brennecke slugs through this thing. At $9 for a box of 5, I'm all right. We're going to stretch it and maybe shoot 2. Let's put 1 through and just see what that does. So Brennecke 2.5 inch slug. We're going to put 1 through. Then we're going to remeasure the barrel and see how it works. That had less kick than the Defender. Ah, there it goes, finally ejected. All right, let's check inside diameter again. .404, so really it's same inside, just a hair larger, and 0.548 on the outside. Did it stretch it, or is it just the way that I'm working the calipers here to yeah, see, 547, get it the right way there. And let's try the inside one more time. Yeah, .406. So the question is, did it stretch it a little bit? I'm not sure it did. We're going to put one more through it and then remeasure. All right, I'm going to aim a little lower on this one. See if we can identify the hit point on it so it doesn't get confused with those other hits. I aimed a little lower. I can't say I hit a little lower. Still .405. Still .547. Nope, I think those Renneke slugs are probably okay out of this. All right, interesting, again, interesting little gun. Says no slugs, seems to work okay with slugs. Nice trigger, just over 4 pounds. The whole gun, less than 3 pounds, or yeah, about 3 pounds. So, is it any good? Well, it seems to be. It hits. I wouldn't want to shoot anything much beyond 15 yards with it. You can see the spread is pretty wide with those defenders. A couple of those BBs were actually off the silhouette area. So for a defensive gun with those defensive rounds, I wouldn't stretch it beyond about 15 yards. So uses on this: it's small, it's light, it's a good starter gun for smaller statured people getting used to at least the principles of a shotgun. It's light enough to easily make into what they call a truck gun. Take it apart, just take the sling swivel off, the forestock comes off, the barrel comes off. Good backpack gun. Might be good for small game as a single shot camping gun. Okay, so it's a decent gun. It does have a purpose. You know, they also make this in several different colors. You can get it in OD and tan, and I believe a couple others. They also make this as a turkey gun that's got a 26.5-inch barrel that does have cylinder and full choke, removable choke tubes on it. And they also can get this in what's called a matched pair that has a 410 gauge as well as a 22 barrel that are interchangeable, so you could use it either way. So, Rossi Tuffy 410 shotgun does seem to have a purpose. It does seem to work pretty good. Certainly affordable, well under 150 out the door. And so Riders Range will give this gun a thumbs up for what it is. Not going to carry it, but yeah, hey, it does the job. That's it. If you like this video, we appreciate a thumbs up. We certainly appreciate comments down below on this video. Comments on anything else to info@ridersrange.com. Our website is www.ridersrange.com. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Click on the notifications bell so you know what's coming up on Riders Range. We're going to do one shortly on the Smith & Wesson Governor 410 also, and 410 45 and 45 ACP and 45 Long Colt. See how the patterns compare at the same distance with this Rossi Tuffy shotgun. I want to thank you for visiting Riders Range.